it was so scary. I didn't play the song for anybody until like probably about like six months ago at my
Wow.
label and stuff, because I was like, nobody shall hear this. I wrote it by myself. Like if this is terrible, it's 100% because of me.
It's great to see you again. How are things?
Doing good. It's been wild here recently. It's been a lot of fun. How are you been? I hadn't seen you in a minute.
I know it's been a few months. We chatted. Gosh, it was before you went on American Idol, before you and Noah
Yes.
went back and sang your duet. So that was really cool. I had a chance to talk to him about that after the fact, but I didn't. I haven't seen you. So tell me about that experience for you. What was it like to go back and do that duet with him?
Yeah, it was so much fun, getting to go back, see all the judges, see the producers. I spent a year of my life out there, and it was like coming home. And so I'm just hugging everybody and then getting to be back on that Idol stage. It was so cool, just the full circle, a year later coming back on. And it was just so special. And I was just really glad that I got to come back. And I love all the people on Idol and everything. And I was just really happy to be there, honestly. They let me back in.
They didn't like blacklist you at the door or whatever. You didn't like walk up and
No.
Oh no, you're not on the list. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
That's really. Did you get a chance to kind of like talk to any of the contestants at the time and give them some tips or anything like that?
Yeah, so I actually got to talk to the contestants a little bit after our performance. I got to see them and stuff. And, I was talking about the things that I went through on the show, and they were talking about the things they were dealing with. And it was really, really cool just to kind of give some perspective, give some advice if anybody needed it. And, it's like I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I feel like I'm right back in it again, just getting to talk to these guys and their stories. And I was really, really proud of all them and watching them grow throughout last season. And I was just really excited for all them, and they were pumped. They were like, "Oh my God, we're going to have a good time."
That's awesome, man. Well, look, the show is iconic and makes stars, and that leads us to what we're here to talk about, which is your new track, "Ain't About Me," which I want you to talk about the track, but it baffled me that you wrote this song before American Idol. This song is American Idol, but I would love for you to tell me a little bit about the track and kind of writing it and where your heart was when you were, scribing those lyrics.
Yeah, so it was actually a couple weeks before I auditioned for American Idol, but this has been my dream since I was a kid. This has been my whole life, and I've been in Nashville, I guess, about 7.5 years, but I've been playing shows since I was 14. And a couple years back, nothing was really going on for me in Nashville. A lot of my friends were getting record deals or publishing deals. And it was just one of those days. And I was like, Lord, what am I doing wrong? And just wondering if I'm on the right path and overthinking everything in 5 minutes. What I mean?
Yeah.
Those days where just everything hits you. And I'd played a show that day, and I written a song with somebody else, and I got back home and I was worn out, and I was like, Lord, why do I feel like I need to write another song? And so I went in my room and I call this song my 45-minute conversation with Jesus. Like, this is the song that kept me in Nashville. And, it was so scary. I didn't play the song for anybody until like probably about like six months ago at my label and stuff, because I was like, nobody shall hear this. I wrote it by myself. Like, if this is terrible, it's 100% because of me, and there's nothing I can hide behind. And just getting to sing this song out at the shows and watching how it's done on social media the past couple of weeks. But just that perspective of everything we do and taking a look outside of ourselves and thinking about all the people that we could touch by what we do every day. And, it just kept me going a couple years ago. And little did I know, about a week and a half later, my life would completely change forever.
How serendipitous. I mean, it's just so crazy. And I think that the song is really special because you're writing it from the perspective of a performer, of an artist, a musician, and talking about kind of like, I really want this, and is this what is for me, and all that stuff. But I think that the message in the song resonates with anyone in any industry. I think that's important. No matter what your job is, no matter what your career is, no matter what you're seeking or searching for, the message to this song is relevant. And I think that really makes it stand out.
Oh, thank you. And whenever I was writing it, coming from my perspective, being in Nashville, but also looking at the greater picture, like, I feel like so much of the time we're so worried about everything. And, And I get it because I sit here in my head. We get to be in our heads every single day and get to live our thoughts every day. And
Yeah.
just thinking about somebody out there needs you, and everybody's special and has something to bring to this world. And it's going to look a lot better with you in it. And I hope that anybody that listens to the song just knows that they have a special place here and they get to see the beauty that they do. And I was really honored to get to write this song.
Well, I think that people are really going to be moved by it, and people are already being moved by it. I mean, what kind of a response have you gotten? You've shared snippets of it on social media, like you said, but what responses have you gotten from fans so far?
Oh my gosh, I've been crying for like a week. Obviously, I've gotten some responses from musicians, other creators, but I think the ones that have been hitting me like super hard on top of that is like these like moms or little girls being like, I play this song for my little girl, because in the chorus of the first chorus is like, what if there's a little girl who needs a song telling her she's beautiful when the world tells her she's wrong? And she's like, I play this for my little girl. Like, she really needs this. She's really scared about starting school tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm just like bawling. And, and then going to the shows and watching people react to the song for the first time and it just hitting them. And I think like playing this song was super scary. I'm like, okay, it's a ballad. It's it's a ballad. It's a really thinking song. And I'm like, I don't know if people are going to like this. And it's just cool to see the response. And I hope that anybody that hears this song hears it at the right time when they need it.
Would you say that this is probably your most personal song to date?
I would definitely say that, just because it's 100% me, and that's scary in and of itself. I'm very sorry for you guys. You get to be in my brain for 30 minutes. But I call it a heart song. I feel like Redbird was also a heart song about my life, and I wrote it with two of my really good friends. But coming outside of that, this is my first song as a solo writer and as an artist, singing one of the songs that I've written by myself. So it's a really cool moment for me, and I'm really excited for the world to hear this song.
Tell me about, I mean, gosh, you've had such a busy year, and new song coming out. You've had singles beforehand, but what's your summer been like? Have you've been playing festivals? You've been playing concerts, tours, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Like, it just, little Hunter would lose her mind. Just, we've been playing shows.
If she
like, she'd be like, ah! Like, every week we're out on the road and getting to play shows, whether it's like a festival. We played country concert, I guess, a few weeks ago, and opened for Parmalee last weekend. And that was really, really cool. Awesome. But this summer has just been me and the guys in the van with a U-Haul in the back, trucking all over the United States, playing shows. And it's just been a blast.
So awesome. Have you, I think I asked you this the last time we talked, but I'm curious now that you've been on the road a lot more and seen a lot more, have you had a favorite area that you visited this year or maybe this summer? Any specific? I don't want to alienate anyone, but I am curious if there's any area that you were like, man, I loved being there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Colorado is just unbelievable. Like, I grew up Southeast Tennessee in the mountains. And so, going out to Colorado, I was like, oh my gosh, like, these mountains are way bigger. Yeah. And it's just beautiful out there and feeling close to nature. I'm an outdoors person. And so getting to see how pretty it was out there. And that show was so special because I was raising money for veterans out there. And I got to see a lot of the people that I'd worked with previously. And I had one of my veterans, she's I think 92 now, Bunny. She was one of the first women in the Air Force.
That's amazing.
And I got to write her song a few years back, and I got to sing it at the concert and get to hug her. And so I think that was a really, really cool place to be in Colorado and just get to see everybody.
That's pretty awesome. If you get a chance, man, let me tell you, if you're an outdoorsy person, so I live in Oregon, and the Pacific.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Pacific Northwest is so beautiful, man. Like, I actually lived in Nashville for the majority of my life. And then we moved out here to Oregon, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Do you love it?
Yes, it took some getting used to. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but it took a little getting used to because it's very different. You know what I mean? Like, you being in Nashville, being in the South, like, what the woods are like and what the hills are like and the terrain, and it's very different here. And but gosh, I mean, the mountains are beautiful, and the lakes and the ocean. The Pacific Northwest coast for me is just like my favorite of any kind of beach.
You're just like, I love this place.
I know I'm going on and on. I'm drolling on and on. But
no,
yeah.
Oregon is on my bucket list. I'd love to see there. And Montana, I really hope I get to go there.
I don't think I've been to Montana. On the way here, we drove through Wyoming. Wyoming was really beautiful.
Ooh, anywhere up that way.
Yeah.
I just want to see it.
Right? It's just beautiful. Hunter, you're the coolest. I really appreciate you sitting down and taking some time to chat today. Thank you very much.
Yes.